And here we are live. Welcome to this live video. We are here connected with one of my students from one of our coaching programs. He's Alex. Actually, he did more than one of our coaching programs, but he will tell us now more in details. And in the last 4 years, he had sex with 100 girls. It's exactly 100 girls a few days ago. He texted me that he hit 100, so it's perfectly 100 girls. He will tell us now his story, how he got these results, and we will talk also about after we'll talk about the main problems that men have that Alex faced, of course, during his journey from let's say from zero to hero. So we will talk about the most common problems that men have when approaching new girls in person. So like approach anxiety, not knowing what to say in the conversation, flirting, and so these are the most common problems. So we will talk about it later. So first, Alex, let's start talking about your story. So what was your starting point? So and when it was?
Basically, from my starting point, it started 4 years ago. I wasn't a virgin anymore, but I lost my virginity quite late as a man.
Wait one second. Also, one thing, for those of you that are connected, if you also want to ask any question, you can type your questions in the chat box and we can answer during the video or maybe at the end. So it depends on what the question is. Or you can also ask questions directly for Alex. So up to you. So for those of you that are connected. Okay, so Alex, what was your starting point? So you said 4 years ago, so in 2020.
Yes. I had basically no experience with girls. And since I lost my virginity when I was 21 years old, but it was with a hooker. And anything like this wasn't really working for me. I was trying online dating, but online dating I only was able to match with like fat girls and catfishes. So it didn't work for me. I was very shy, introvert. I was a software engineer, and I didn't have the ability or like any options to meet girls which I actually liked, which were my type. So the only way was paying for it. So I was fed up with, and I started approaching because it came up by looking up something on YouTube when I was in vacation and I met a girl, and afterwards I found out, actually she told me that she had a boyfriend, and so I already met her 2 dates, and I didn't realize before, like I didn't know how to do anything. So there I felt very I felt was annoying for me, and I was angry, but more like maybe on myself as well. So I googled, I did YouTube, I looked up, and like pick up girl and stuff, and it looked very easy actually. So I thought,
And
okay, I can
wait.
do it.
So, what was the main reason? Why did you decide to search something about how can you improve your skills with girls?
Mhm.
So, what were you thinking? What was the reason?
Um, to uh, get lost of the pain I had. I had a lot of. I could only think about this, only about girls, because I inherited a lot of money. I was in good shape. It was basically the thing I only cared in the moment the most, because I thought it is important. Today I think different, but today I have options. So it was a big pain, the validation. I didn't feel myself as a man, as a guy who is liked with girls, and I wanted to remove this fear and this kind of like self-image status. And I thought, okay, if I have the ability to have sex with any girl anytime, so if I can approach girls anywhere, anytime, and then it should be solved, the problem. For me, it was like, okay, if I achieve this, I can achieve anything. I'm a free man.
Okay, and from there, so what training programs did you do? What boot camps? Anything in person, online? So, what courses did you do from there?
I started in person because for me, I kind of needed a mentor, like more personally, and I was very shy. I need kind of like a father figure, maybe, I don't know. And I started in Switzerland, just trying to approach myself. It didn't work, so I got to a coach who has infield videos, and was already coaching for quite a time um, in also in this area. So only day game. I learned day game, how to approach women, and I started just basically with a script in the first case, because I didn't know what to say, anything. It was working until the number, but then usually it didn't get to a date, and but because I just math, put it up the numbers. So I started approaching 8, 9, 10 girls a day. I had started to have weekly dates, and then after I approached 500th girl, I had sex with the first girl, and then it went a bit more higher up when I was traveling.
Actually, let's specify that, of course,
Yeah,
it's not good. Like 500 girls and just one girl that you had sex with. So there are clearly
yeah,
something that you're doing wrong. And let's specify also that here you are not on a mentoring program with me. So here you're talking about some other coach.
yeah, sure,
Okay.
yes.
So then go on.
Then I went to in-person coaching was in Germany, and there I had in 1 week I had sex with 5 girls. So from there on, it was a big how you self confidence boost for myself, and I could easily then also approach myself girls and get girls home. Basically, mostly just for fixed dates, not instant dates, but for normal dates. So I had like a good funnel in that case, and it was working quite well. Also, maybe because because I had an Airbnb. There I was living alone basically, and in Zurich I was still living at home with my parents in a village, which had also that is because I one of the reasons why I approached 500 girls, because I had really bad logistics. But still, yeah, 500 is still a lot. Also, my very first coach, he didn't teach me much, because first I had a coach in Switzerland, but he only taught me how to approach, how to say the first words, and then the rest is just you see if you like her or not, and you just you go somewhere, have fun, and this was like no instructions at all, no knowledge at all, really, or like it's not applicable. Like if people just go on a date without any plan, without any experience, then it's very difficult to turn this into sex, because if you don't really have bad logistics, if you live far away, or also the bar where you go to, it's mandatory to know where you can go and where you can go next. So if you know
The
where was
course that
this, so
you did, the one that you did where you had sex with 5 girls in a week, how did it happen?
it happened. What do you mean by happened? Just like all the 5 girls?
I remember you said that you were having headphones and the coach was telling you directly what to say during the conversation.
Yeah, in the beginning, he was talking for me. Yeah. And after a while, I got more fluent, and he was just listening, and he was only interrupting when I said something wrong. So, yeah. It was kind of like that. It was scripted, but it still worked. So, I got many numbers, and these girls I then met on a date, because also we approached many girls. I was in a good state, in a flow, and when I was on the date, it was quite it felt easy to pull her home also, actually, because maybe also one of the reasons, because the first approach was very direct, very also sexually qualifying, but still like some girls who were like a little bit interested, that I didn't have the skills there yet to handle objections, or like really not really that a deep knowledge like today, actually. So yeah.
Okay, so then after this course, what happened after this one?
Then I got back home, and somehow when I started approaching by myself, it kind of for me it wasn't that important anymore. So I actually more focused a little bit more on work and stuff. Still kept approaching, but I still had like I only could get numbers. I wasn't really good in getting instant dates. It worked a few times, but just like to perfect everything and to be able to talk to less girls. I don't know. I became a little bit addictive as well, I had to say. So I did more coachings than also with you in summer 2021, I believe, in August.
Yeah, we have also some photos here. We don't have photos for every date that you did, but we have some photos
Yeah.
here. And how many dates did you have during that week?
17.
So here on the screen we can see the 2 that you had sex with. Plus this was actually from December.
Yeah,
and
this is December.
Here there is another one. This was from August.
Yeah.
This one also from August. This one from August too. This one again from August. And this one was from December. So let's summarize a little bit what happened in that 7-day live course, which where you had 17 dates plus 2 girls that you had sex with. So how did it go? What did you learn?
I learned more about the logistical planning, to have good logistics also already for an instant date, for getting home, like basically just like preparation, like you have like already apps installed, Uber, all this other stuff, and basically the invitation to get a girl on an instant date. Because for me, in the beginning, I wasn't that much already in understanding the psychology of girls. So I was still thinking somehow too much rational. So if a girl said nothing, I thought, okay, it's a no, but it's actually not true. So if I say, I can do this, da, 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 she says nothing, but her body language is neutral, or I mean, I can walk and she follows me. So I really learned more about subconsciously like leading girls, escalating on dates. So it's like more smoothly, more elegant, the whole from approach to sex, the like the line there. It's like, yeah, it's not with a break or something. Yeah.
Okay, and then about the second one that you did with me, it was in December, as we said before. So
Yeah.
you did a 7-day live course in August 2021, 17 dates in 1 week.
Yeah.
The second one was in December 2021. So also something like 11, 12 or something like that dates in 1 week. And you had sex with one girl. So did you, I don't know, do you remember anything from these courses? Something interesting, something funny, I don't know, something that you want to share about the dates that you had? Some, I don't know, whatever it comes up in your mind.
Let me think. Basically, the second course was in winter. So there was like the difference. It was like cold outside, and in summer it was hot outside. So there's certainly a bit of difference in that way. But in other sense, I wouldn't say I learned extra much in the second course. I believe it was more like I don't know. I just wanted to do it to become better, but I also forgot to like have also like some hobbies, like working out more, because I was actually sometime I was stopping going to the gym, and then I realized, okay, actually, if I also have hobbies, if I have like in general like a life that makes fun, it's actually easier also on dates. I wouldn't say in August when I had 17 dates, like all of these girls were my type. It was some girls weren't my type. Some girls it was good for the experience, that of course. But it still was like kind of like myself. I was still seeking validation, which is maybe also normal in the beginning. You learn how to deal with this, and after a while you kind of switch it. And if you approach a girl, you don't ask yourself, oh, maybe if I approach her, will she like me? It's more like, okay, if I approach her, will I like this girl? Is she my type? Maybe not. So this will like switch. And because yeah, like from 17 girls having sex with 2 girls is, I would say, quite bad statistics, but it's still good. It's very good for learning. If you mess up things, you learn a lot. And especially the pulling, like I didn't have a coach who taught me before how to pull a girl home, what exactly to do at home, why is it necessary to to spend more time with girls at home, especially maybe if she's a bit more shy or something. Like certain stuff, and how do you know when to kiss her? How do you know when she's ready to fuck? How do you see this? Like I didn't have this knowledge, because other coaches were just like, yeah, you just say, yeah, let's go drink. We can go to my place because then we can drink wine. It can work, yes, but it was just like, if you just bring it like this without preparing the girl on the date already before, to like that she's turned on, that she already has she knows, okay, she's coming home with you, There's like certain ways you can do it. I like also to usually when I'm in Switzerland, I always talk about like how it's difficult to find a flat here in Zurich, and I can already talk about where I live, like just how it's like how it looks and stuff. So the girl is usually quite comfortable already when she's at home with me, and yeah, like
And if you
in
have
that
to,
sense, easy.
if you have to give the three most important advice to replicate the same result of you, so maybe not everyone will be interested in
Hmm. Mm.
sleeping with other girls, but
Yeah, yeah.
what advice would you give to people that are also interested in achieving this kind of result, and also to people
Hmm.
that are actually interested in sleeping with their first girls? So, what are the three most important things you would say? Also, for someone that for someone that want to sleep with 10 girls in a year.
Yeah. I would say most important is to have fun by yourself. Like it shouldn't be something that you do for the girls or for someone else. Like me, I was doing it in the beginning. I was doing it to get validation because I didn't have a lot of validation before from my mother or other girls. So I kind of felt not like fully worth like a man, which is maybe stupid. So I know guys that got really addictive by approaching girls, which is not the right solution, I believe. So you should have fun. You should really have fun by approaching girls, and um, that's like the first thing. First thing I would say. Second thing is you don't fail, you learn, and because you don't fail and learn, you should never give up. So never give up. I think is the second most important point. So breaking it down to the third point, it's I would say it's also kind of maybe for me it was like an inner game topic to also have other fun activities in life, not only like dating, because I was completely yeah like I stopped working. I just thought I go travel. I try to have sex with many girls as possible. But of course, you if you don't have a job that you like, you can change your job. You should like you should also work on the other stuff in life because talking with girls or going on dates it gives you really good emotions. But these really like good emotions, validations. If you have other areas in life where you get like also as much as good validation and emotions, you're not that much needy on this validation of one girl. For me, at least it was like this. I guess it's maybe for everyone a bit different because if you think something is important, it's in your head, so you yeah, kind of it becomes important. But if not, then not. So like, it doesn't really. Also, in my opinion, it doesn't really matter how good you look. If you can approach girls in daytime, the looks don't matter that much as you think. Also, like wealth is like total bullshit. Like if you have enough money, you can pay for girl like drinks and like have like without thinking too much. Then I don't think it's a real like issue because the girl she will never know how much you have on your bank account unless you show her. But if you don't show her, like she can think you are rich. She can think you're not rich. So I mean, in that case, you kind of present yourself in that way that you want, and the status is like is depending on how you act. So yeah, basically these points, but most important to have fun. Should be fun, even if it's harsh in the beginning. It's very harsh, maybe I would say, all the rejection and everything. But if you keep going, it's getting better, and if you never give up, especially, and yeah, certainly like if you have one two hobbies you do as well as by side, it's like easier to kind of sell yourself on a date, and because you're the product. If you're a good product and you're sure of yourself that you are a good product, then it's becomes very easy to get girls every week, every day. Maybe not every day is too much for me, but like for me, if I meet one new girl a week is enough. Today is enough for me.
Okay. And let's talk now about the main problems that men have when approaching new girls. And also, for those of you that are connected, if you want to ask any question, just type your questions in the chat box and we will answer to you. So let's talk about how to overcome approach anxiety, how to remove approach anxiety also for the long term. Because one thing is overcoming approach anxiety there in the moment, and another thing is to remove it permanently for the long term. So, but anything that you want to say. So, since this is one of the biggest issues that men have when approaching new girls, especially in the daytime, but also in nighttime in clubs. So, how did you remove your approach anxiety? Just give us, I don't know, one or two advice that you are thinking to right now. The first things that come to your mind.
Yeah. First thing, you have to do the masses. You need to approach a lot on repetition, because with repetition you build new habits, and with that it becomes like brushing your teeth. And because if I go brush my teeth, it's like I don't think, I just do it. I don't have concerns or anything. And if you do it on a daily basis for longer term, like 3 months, 4, 5, 6 months, it's really into blood and flesh. So that's like the first thing that helped me to just overcome like a base of anxiety, and as well just get used to like just talk to girls. But still it was kind of feeling a bit robotic, because the interactions weren't really long. And if you only do like a lot of approaches but not long interactions, you still might
Wait,
have.
I just got an idea. I can share the screen while you speak. I can share the
Yeah, sure.
screen showing the video testimonial that we did in August 2021, but not for the video itself. Just I will remove the audio, and there are many videos of you approaching of you on a date, so I can show that while you are speaking. So just you
Sure.
keep speaking, and I will
Okay,
show
sure.
you approaching. Okay,
Yeah,
gone.
of course. So basically with the numbers you get the reference experiences, and so with that you kind of have in your like emotions when you see a girl or something, she's like a girl that you already dated or had sex with, then it's kind of very easy to understand how is this girl, what is coming next. So it's not unknowingly. I would say like another good example is if you're virgin, you don't know how a girl looks naked or how is it to kiss a girl, then you're tapping like in a kind of a void, and that can be scary. But if you already have the experiences, like then like a massive amount of the anxiety is already away. But still there's some anxiety, because if you talk to a girl in the conversation, it can still like come up, like if you're not used to longer conversations, like to become more natural, and especially with hot girls. So in the beginning I reduced my anxiety quite fast, but also I was kind of constantly in a flow, so because I was approaching daily. But I made basically two mistakes. I was approaching blindly, and I was approaching just numbers. I wasn't approaching quality, like really hot girls, which I was most afraid of. And the real anxiety you lose if you approach like the hottest girl you see, and if you have a long as possible conversation with this girl. So this is actually how you really get like change your emotions and get away with old bad habits. So after a while, especially if you already had sex with few girls, you should also higher up your standards. so you can kind of put it to the next level. So yeah, that's basically for the beginning, I'd say. And then there's also, of course, as Luca teaches the method to remove anxiety for the long term.
Okay.
Which,
And
yeah.
talking about the second biggest issue that men have, which is the conversation. So how to never run out of conversation topic, how to never run out of things to say, how to always have interesting topics of conversation. So what advice would you give to the people that are watching to also develop conversation skills and never run out of things to say?
I would say in the beginning it helped me when I was approaching many girls. It was all like some things are always the same. Like, are you from Zurich or where are you based? So like just like logistical questions. What are you doing now? But there are certain questions that you have to come up by yourself, and on some girls like differently. So one thing I did where it actually became easier to have longer conversations with girls was I wrote up 5 till 10 points that I look for in a girl, in a quality girl. So one point is girls who do sports. So like today I always ask also like what kind of sport do you do? Like I can see like the girl looks sportive or not and stuff like that. So yeah, like usually the in the beginning, if you're in the conversation, if you can get the attention, like a conversation, if you ask open questions, like yeah, read cold, it's not really you're never gonna. I don't know how I can like end a conversation if I still want to. If I still want to talk, I can talk. I don't know. It just comes with the time. It's like exponentially building up. I mean, also with yeah, if I see this girl now, one thing came in mind as well. Traveling helped me a lot because with traveling I realized the differences of the culture. And this girl before, actually she was from Argentina that I fucked, so she was actually the reason why I wanted to go to South America and just see how it is there. And I when I did, I realized I really liked Spanish girls, Latinas, and I understood better like the culture there. So if you understand the culture better, you kind of know how to adjust yourself in a situation for social calibration and anything like that. So the maybe the problem that you guys in the beginning have, the issues, if you approach a girl and she stops talking, it's more about that she might feel uncomfortable, or that yeah, you were talking too much about yourself but not her. So if you talk about her, then you automatically get informations, and if you have informations you can actually connect on like storytelling, anything which is related or you are related to that. And if you don't give too much information about yourself, especially questions who are easy to ask, like what do you do for a job, how old are you, these two questions I never ask girls, because I want to give the girl the opportunity to be able to ask me these questions, um, because I want to kind of have like a feeling, okay, the girl, she's okay, she's interested in me. And if I don't ask this before, and then she has it easier to invest in the conversation and to yeah, try to also like to help me seduce her, kind of. But it's actually more like that than she seduces me, kind of. Yeah.
All right. So nothing else to say. How do you feel after sleeping with one of the girls? How did your life change?
Whew. I would say a lot. for me, I wouldn't say I'm a different person from a personality type aspect. From the personality type, I'm still the same. I'm very self-reflective, analytic, but I feel much more confident, much more alive, happy in life, and kind of, I don't know, when I fucked the 100th girl, I felt like a king. And I still feel a bit like it because not many men achieve it, and I know it. So from here on, everything even gets easier. I can more focus on other areas in life, which I do. And also through this, I actually have it. I don't know. Because I don't think too much about it. It even becomes easier with girls. So if I approach girls, I don't even think anymore like what to say or anything. It's just like it's very natural. It just comes out, and it's directly a man-to-woman communication. Even if I don't plan to, it's kind of there's so yeah. Today there's other problems than getting girls. It's more like the problem. Maybe it's more like rejecting girls. Like you have to learn how to also resist and reject girls that are not in your standards. Like for example, girls who smoke, I don't I don't meet girls who smoke because I don't like, especially I don't smoke. I do a lot of sports myself, and if a girl smokes, I know I would never fuck her a second time or meet her a second time. And yeah, I don't, because I did it once and it was disgusting. I don't have a balcony. My flat was stinking afterwards, so I will never do this again. But girls who are nicely, I like, and especially after 100 girls, you have the experience and knowledge like what kind of girls you like the most. And because I like these kind of girls the most, I approach only these basically, and that's why it also becomes easier because I like them much. So usually, like the girls I date, mostly the girls work as a lawyer, teacher, psychologist, nurse, babysitter. There's like typical jobs that girls have that I date because like I like girls who are emotionally intelligent, and also I don't know why, but girls who dress in black. I don't know why, but yeah. So from that sense, it's quite relaxing as well. It's very relaxing to know like what kind of girls you're into, and from there on, like today I'm more focused on girls that I can meet longer term, not just one night stands, which I was more focusing on the beginning to rack up my lay count and like get more, yeah, like after every time sex with a girl I felt more accomplished as a man, validation. If you feel like this, you should do it. But today I'm not planning to, yeah, have a lay count of 200 or something. More just to be able to retain girls and to be in my masculine frame long term in a relationship, something like this, which is more my goal now. Financial freedom, stuff like that, which I think also in long term, your health is most important, I believe. Even if you're young, if you're healthy, if you're sportive, if you can lose all your money, but if you are still healthy, you're still winning because everything is possible. As long as you are healthy, you can talk to girls, everything. So yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So I think we said enough. So for those of you that are watching, and also for those of you that will watch after the live is over, if you're interested in getting the same result, maybe not 100 girls, but yeah, that's possible. Of course, not in one day, but in a few years. or if you're interested in sleeping with new girls, approach live. If you're interested in overcoming approach anxiety, learning what to say in the conversation, getting more dates, increasing the quality of the girls you're dating, the quality of the women that you're sleeping with, or whatever it is, you can book a free consulting session by clicking the first link in the description below or going to the website www.easylifeconsulting.com. And I'll see you in the next video. Alex, do you have anything else to say at the end?
Nothing, no.
All right. So see you next time.